Hi guys. So let's look at this particular problem over here. What are they saying? Solve for x. You need to find the value of x in this for this particular algebraic equation. They have given 2 to the power x plus 8 to the power x is equal to 130. And x is an element of real number. So x has to be a real number. It cannot be a complex number or it cannot be an imaginary number. So how are you to proceed this one? So as and when I keep solving this particular problem, you'll see that we will traverse through multiple topics of mathematics. Okay, let's get started without wasting any time. Okay, so you have 2 to the power x plus 8 to the power x is equal to 130. The first and foremost thing you're going to look at this one. Can I convert this into 2 to the power x the way that it is over here? Yes, we can do that. So I'm going to use the rule of indices. We know that a to the power m is equal to a to the power m into n, or I can write it as a to the power n times n, right? I can interchange the powers like that. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Let's see. So you have 2 to the power x plus this 8, I'm going to write it as 2 to the power 3 times x is equal to 130. Okay, so now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to interchange them in the next step. I'm going to put it as 2 to the power x plus 2 to the power x whole to the power 3 is equal to 130. I use that rule. I just interchange them. So I have used indices till here, indices or exponents, whatever it is. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to substitute. Let 2 to the power x is equal to y. So what do I get? My equation becomes y plus y cube minus 130. I'm going to take this 30 over here is equal to 0. So you get a cubic equation over here. Okay, so you need to solve this cubic equation, and when you solve this cubic equation, you are going to get three values of y. Y will have three values to solve this particular equation. So whenever you have a cubic equation, right, what you need to do is that you need to do a hit and trial method to see that what value fits in so that this equation is true. Okay, the moment I see over here, you have a 130 over here. Can I use y is equal to 5 over here? Look at it. If I put y is equal to 5, what do I get? I get 5 plus 5 cube minus 130 is equal to 0. Means 5 plus 125 minus 130 is equal to 0. That means 130 minus 130 is equal to 0, which means this value y is equal to 5 satisfies this particular equation. So you got one value over here for y. Okay, now let's go ahead to find the other two values. What you need to do is that you take this particular equation. So y is equal to 5 is a solution, what we got. So you have to write it as y minus 5 equal to 0, right? Because you're going to use this is a factor of this particular cubic equation. When I do a factorization of this particular equation, right, I'm going to get something like this. Look at it. When I multiply y minus 5 into something, y into y square will give me y cube. So how do I find that? Can I go ahead and do the division, right? Can I divide this particular cubic equation with this one? When I do that, right, when you do the division bit, right, you did division in your junior classes, so you do it like this. Y cube plus y minus 130. Divide it normally how you do it. So if you have to get a y square over here, y cube over here, you're going to do it by y square. So y square into y minus 5 will give you y cube minus 5y square. So change the sign. This gets cancelled. You get a 5y square. Bring this plus y down. Now if you have to get a 5y square, you need to multiply with plus 5y. So when you do that, you get 5y square minus 25y. So this becomes plus, this becomes minus. When you add this, you get 26y. Bring that minus 130, the last term over here. What should you multiply with? You will multiply it with 26. So you get 26y minus 130. This gets cancelled out. So you get, what is the quadratic equation you're getting? You're getting y square plus 5y plus 26. So this is the quadratic equation you get. Okay. Now let's go ahead and check the discriminant. What is the discriminant? We studied in quadratic equation, right? Discriminant is nothing called b square minus 4ac. To check that what are the roots coming out to be, right? Let's check it whether we are getting real roots or not. So if the roots are real, right? If this is greater than 0, then your roots will be real, right? Roots are real basically. If this is less than 0, they will be imaginary. If this value is less than 0, then it will be imaginary. If it is equal to 0, what do you get? Roots are equal. They are real and equal. So let's find out. Take this equation, y square plus 5y plus 26 equal to 0. What is the value of a? A is equal to 1, b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 26. Let's put the values over here. So what do you get? You get b square. B square is 5 square minus 4 times a is 1 and b is 26. What do you get? It is 25 minus 4 6 are 24 and 104, right? When you do the math, what do you get over here? You get minus 79. Look at it. It is less than 0. It is less than 0 over here. The value comes out to be less than 0. Means both the roots of this particular equation are going to be in complex numbers. They are not going to be real. So we are not worried about that. So we have got these two roots are not required in this particular problem because they have come out to be imaginary. They'll come out to be imaginary. So what is the one solution we have got? Y is equal to 5. Let's go ahead and replace it back. Okay. So what did we take? Y, initially what did we substitute? We substituted y is equal to 2 to the power x. Sorry, we did the other way around. We put it as like this. 2 to the power x is equal to y. What is the solution we have got? Y is equal to 5. So put it as 2 to the power x is equal to 5. Now look at it. How do you find x from here? You need to do a logarithms on both sides. Can you take a log on both sides? Log on both sides. Right? So you get log of 2x is equal to log of 5. So whenever you have an exponent over here on the number, right, over here, it comes to the front. So this becomes x log 2 is equal to log 5. Therefore, x will be equal to log 5 by log 2. That can be one of the answers, or you can write it as like this. Since the bases are same over here, you can convert this 2 into the base. So x will be equal to log 2 of 5. This is your solution for this particular problem. Understood? So did you look at it? How many topics did we move? When we tried the problem with indices first, we used indices to simplify the problem. Once we did with indices, what we did is that we went into quadratic equations. We did the division, algebraic division. Then we came back, we equated over here, and then we used log, and then you got the answer as this one. Okay, great.